wait for this fucking ad to finish. See how much you can save. Okay. Anyway, we covered a lot of stuff. But I want it to be mostly open-ended, relating to fighting games in general. I kind of just want to know where you want to go with this. A lot of people have asked for a stream of how to watch videos. So I'm trying to figure out how, not figure out, just get like the right kind of videos, because right now I've been watching a lot of Blaze Blue CP matches because CP is coming out. CP Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma coming out. But right now I'm only looking for, like, it wouldn't be helpful for a lot of people because I'm looking for lychee things and it's just combos. I'm just looking for combos, like my one player stuff that I'm going to practice on my own, which is not how I feel, is not what people are asking me about. Like, people want to know how to watch videos, but it would be helpful only in that you would see that I have an active goal, you know? No, Puromete is my favorite lychee player. Galileo is oh, what's up, Dean? What's up, Dean? I had to get all the FGC famous people in there. That's why. I'm sorry. Please retweet. Yeah, so the only thing you'd be able to get from that, from me watching videos now, is like, I have a goal and it's watch Lychee and X copy combos and like pressure and set play kind of deal. So that's not what I feel like what people want me to do. Like, they want me to break down the matchup kind of thing. So I don't know. But today, yes, I want it to be open-ended. Uh, I kind of, the question is, today's topic is about skill. Skill. So, someone asked, discuss, like a professor, right? Discuss constant growth, avoiding stagnation, and avoiding complacency, which I think is a pretty good topic. Uh, I think it's a pretty good topic. But it leaves room for this actual like discussion, like how you feel about it too. 'Cause it's everyone approaches it differently, and everyone has their own different thoughts about it. And like I said before, I want to know what else should I cover? The one question I got the most like overwhelmingly the most is how to watch videos. I tweeted yesterday. I tweeted something. What did I say? I was like, I'm watching Blaze Blue matches for God's sake. I was really mad yesterday, and someone was like, stream yourself watching videos. I'm like, oh shit. Mike Murphy. Shout outs to him. Just like, stream yourself watching videos. I said, if you want, but so that's definitely going to happen. Play 1,000 games, then come back. Old master style. But yeah, that question is very, it's not as pervasive as it should be, I guess. Um, constant growth, because constant growth, you can't constantly grow. It's really easy to constantly grow when you start, but later, after you start playing for a while, it starts getting difficult. Like, hurdles get put in your way. That's fighting games in general to me. Like, there's always make a graph. I know that's fake. You know what? I'll make a graph in MS Paint when I'm done. That's actually a really good idea. Like, when you start, because you have to practice all that one-player stuff, and you're learning about the game, so a lot of obvious growth happens right at the start. Just whoop, like that. But then, later, it gets difficult. Like, and a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors too, like who you play against, or like say you only play it in the same group over and over and over, and let's say you don't net play for one reason or another, and you play like 5 people, so you get good against those 5 people, but then you go somewhere and you get bodied by like other guys who play differently. So the driving factor for growth for me, for all these 3 things, growth, stagnation, and complacency, is playing different people or going places to play different people. Because experience, actually that answer is pretty good. Just play 1,000 games and come back. But play 1,000 games with different people. Experience is number one. Experience is number one. It's so important. Because the better you get, the more like it's like leveling up in an RPG. Like the better you get, the more EXP you get, but then it takes more EXP to get to a higher level. So in my case, I got pretty good at, well, okay, let's do it like this. I got okay at Melty, and then Gina showed up. Gina showed up and bodied everyone, and you either leveled up to try to beat him, or you just gave up. So a lot of people gave up. I was like, fuck, I hate losing to this. I hate losing to this. And eventually I won. Just trying to get better, right? And then after that, I was able to beat everyone. This is Melty Blood I'm talking about. So I was able to beat everyone in this small little community. I'd lose here and there, but I felt like, okay, I can do this. I'm the best, whatever. And Melty Blood was at Evo, and that's the first time I played a strong Japanese player in a fighting game. And needless to say, I got bodied. Needless to say, it was an eye-opening experience, but I didn't even take as much as I could from that too, looking back, but I learned a lot. I learned a lot from it. And anyone who was there, I hope, took a lot from that. I played Garu many games, for those of you who know Melty Blood. And I talked with him at night, like 4 a.m. in the morning in McDonald's, about like, because we played the same character too at that time. So we talked about the character, and we had very different approaches to the character. When what ended up happening is that he took a little bit from me. I took, honestly, a lot from him at that point. Honestly, a lot. If it was a discussion on like, the character H. Kwaku is a grappler essentially, but she's a grappler that gets stupid shit off this combo, one combo. So if you learn this combo, for me it was like I practiced combo like crazy, practice combo like crazy, so I wouldn't drop it a lot, and I could go into the setup and win. But for him, that combo wasn't as important as like the other stuff. He thought her offense was like the best thing, and I thought her knockdown was the best thing. Like the optimal knockdown where you get the item. She has an item, she puts it down on the ground, you can't do anything. So we had opposing feelings of what was so good. I still feel that way, that the knockdown is the best, but I definitely took part of his opinion into my play. It made me better. So you need to get, like, once you get to a certain skill level, you kind of need someone to do that to you, just to like really challenge your play, or else you might get complacent. But being complacent means just it's when you just like don't try to do things to get better. It's like maintenance mode for me. So like once CP comes out, I'm gonna be in maintenance. Like I'm just gonna play normally, and then after NEC, P4 unfortunately is probably gonna drop off. So my maintenance mode is gonna be lower. I wouldn't say I'm satisfied. Satisfied is the wrong word. Complacency is a good word for it. But during like the active tournament season, you don't want to be like that. You want to constantly try to find stuff, improve, find ways to do things better. But so for a game, like if you're a Capcom player, you don't want to be complacent at all, because your games are always going to be played. Like they're going to be there. Marvel and AE are going to be there. That's like no question. In anime, it's fine to go in a wave. Like, okay, it's tournament season. Like there's a lot of tournaments. So practice, 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 practice. Okay, new game is coming out soon, but there's still tournaments. So let's just make sure we're good and ready. And when new game, when when they kind of intersect, so NEC is this intersection point where it's the first super serious BBCP tournament and probably the last really serious Persona tournament. So then after that, you can kind of do whatever you want from there. It's different. It's different than like true complacency, I guess. Because a true complacency is when you're, let's say you play Marvel, and actually it's what's going on with the top Capcom, some of the top Capcom players, I feel like. They're like, oh, I'm already better than everyone, so I can just play the same. But then Japan shows up and just shits on them because they want to win all the time against everyone. Is there anyone in here that does that? Like, how do you feel? What do you want to do? Like, I want to beat people. Like, when I play games, like, they're fun, but I want to beat people. I'm gonna eat my dinner a little bit during this. I want to beat people. That's my goal. I want to win. Like, it's fun. The games are fun. I play them because they're fun, but they're games with win-loss conditions. So I want to win. What happens when you try to get better, but you can't see any improvements despite how much you practice? You need to identify what is happening to make it like that. So it's not always practice. Like, practice, what does that do? Practice in this game, in fighting games, practice is just making sure that you can do what you want and you can discover things. That's practice, but the important... God. Allen Iverson. The important thing is the match, though. That's terrible. We're not talking about practice. That's too good. That's good. The important thing, though, is, like, you can be as good at training mode as you want. There are players, and in anime games, this is a little more prevalent, where training mode characters, like super training mode characters, like Carl and shit, they can go a long way with just training mode. You can go really far with just training mode if you never mess up. But I mean, it's not it's not just about practice. You have to play. You have to play matches. You have to play matches because your tournament winning condition is beating the guy in 2 games out of 3 or 3 games out of 5. It's not, hey, check out this swag combo with 5 one-frame links and shit. Like, no one cares. I mean, it's cool if you do it, but no one cares. Like, there's no extra prize. Like, at the end of the day, Big E's not gonna give you a special plaque saying coolest combo of the weekend. Like, you're not gonna get that. It's just first, second, third place. That's it. Maybe in the future when it's more esports, you will go down to 8th or something like Evo. But besides that, I'd love a coolest combo plaque, but there's no like MVP. There's no like most popular player. Like, it's really about the only people who get anything in a tournament: first place, second place, third place. If you do stuff during the tournament, it's cool. People will say, maybe people will tweet at you good stuff, or they'll pat you on the back, or you'll get like some respect for doing well. But besides that, you won't get a physical thing, an item. He says, Stickbug says that because there are people who like get top 8, but then like brag about it. But to me, top 8 is not like an accomplishment. It's just like a like a stop on the way, on like the way to winning a tournament. It's just because tournaments are split, right? So tournaments, you have pools. Your first goal, if your goal is to win the tournament, you can't just be like show up and be like gonna win the tournament. There's steps. So first, you have to make it out of pools. If you don't get out of pools, you're not gonna win the tournament. You're not gonna win. So get out of pools first, and then you're in top 32 or top 16 or whatever. So pools, you might get lucky. You might get an easy pool. Your pool might not have anyone in it. You might be seeded highly. There's all sorts of factors. All sorts of things can happen in pools, right? So you get out of pools, and you're in your top 32 or 16, and that's where like the serious players are, like the really good players. So from there, you got to get to top 8. Like you can get you might get lucky in pools. You probably won't get so lucky in top 32 or top 16, and you almost definitely won't get lucky in top 8. Like get an easy match, especially if you're in winners, you know. And you definitely cannot win the tournament without like by luck. Like eventually there's gonna be a point where you have to play someone strong. Period. Period. You get to top 32 or 16, and next year goal should be top 8. That's fair. That's fair because that's a step. But people get to top 8 and then they're like, oh well, I made top 8. I was on the stream. I was on the final stream on Sunday. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Top 8 at a really big tournament, definitely a big accomplishment. Like top 8 at Evo is an accomplishment, sure. But top 8 at like a random regional or something, like don't. Because next after top 8, you have to win one game. Like if you're in winners, you have to win that one game. So you're top 3. If you're in losers, you have to win like 2 or 3 games, which sucks. But you have to win 7th place, and then win 5th place, and then win your 3rd place match, and then win your 2nd place match, and then win your 1st. So if you're like at the level where you're skirting in between top 32/16 to top 8, and you get top 8, good, because that's a big step. Because after top 8, there's top 3 to aim for. But if you're someone who's always getting top 8 over and over and over, it's like, well, I got top 8, I got top 8, I got top 8, and you said originally your goal is to win, then you're fucking up. Like you're messing up. You should be aiming for top 3. Because if you're coming into top 8 from winners, you only have to win one game. One game. So if you lose that game in winners, you win a game in losers, and you lose, you got 5th. Which, that's not top 3. So, and someone said earlier, isn't it more about respect than money? It is about respect. But it's not even like about money. It's just like that top 3 is that placing. It's a finalist placing. It's a finalist placing. That means you're almost there. You're almost there. That means 1 or 2 more sets and you can win a tournament. Like you're really close to win a tournament. If you're getting like top 3, top 5 at big majors, you're probably winning around your house. Like you're able to win small tournaments in your area. But like you just need that little push. You just need that little push, you know? This is like the real life side instead of the tactics side. It's like strategy side. No, just like the what's going on, what you should aim for. So universally, I would say play more, but playing more is not always the answer. But playing less is never the answer, probably. It's usually you want to do something to affect your view of things, to affect your view of everything. That's a good way to put it. So if you're a West Coast player, for example, and you go to SoCal regionals and NorCal regionals, those are your tournaments. Why not try to go to Texas Showdown? Why not try to go to UFGT? Find what's your problem, and if you can't find what your problem is, go somewhere else. Just go somewhere else. I treat every player I play as father until I lose. Go in with the full intention of making them look free, regardless of who they are. But you won't play me. So, what's that mean? If your problem is poverty, then it's a little rough. There's net play. Net play is nice because you can play people out of your region, but obviously the farther you get away from your region, you know, that is, you have to get your real life stuff together. Get a job or get so good and get really good and beg people for money or whatever you have to do. Ask a rapper to sponsor you. Get a job or save money. Those are the two realistic answers. Get a job, save money, and go somewhere that's not far. So my prior example with West Coast, you don't have to come to East Coast. It's far. It might be a lot for some people. Go to Midwest. If you can't get time off from your job, you should. If you don't have weekends off, that kind of sucks. Make sure you have weekends off if possible. Try to have like a friendly job for you. Go to law school. That'll be good in the long run. The long run. How do you find the character that's good for you? Play who you like. Play who looks cool. Or find out what you want to do. So like I know I say this all the time. I like strong, top tier characters, female, no obvious weakness or something that I can make up for, like something that's not a big deal. Some people only play grapplers, some people only play zoners. Just play what you like. Play what you like, what style you like. Yes, Oppai characters. I love the ladies. The 2D ladies love me. What about when you're not in a high-level playing area, but you want to compete in a tournament in person? Go to the tournament. That's an easy question. Just go. Go and play some strong people. Even if you consider yourself not strong, then even the mid-level players will beat you, and you'll still be able to take stuff from it. You still will, so it's okay. Go to a tournament. Going to a tournament is an easy, like, a really easy way to just grind. There's so many people there. All they want to do is play fighting games. They all are willing to play you mostly. Just, it sucks, but set some time apart. If it's far, set some time. Pick one weekend. You don't have to go to a ton of tournaments. Just pick one or two weekends. One or two big ones is fine. No, I will not play a low or mid-tier character. I will not play. I already did it. I tried. When I was younger, I was like, I'm good enough. I could win with a low-tier character. After getting shit on for so long, it's like, no. No, I don't do it anymore. I only play strong characters now. Yeah, that was mom night. That was mom night. You see, she's like, what are you doing? I know, Canada sucks. It's so random. Like, I live in New Jersey. It's $80 round trip to take a bus. It's $120 round trip to take the train, but it's $800 to fly. It's like $600 to $700 to fly to Montreal from New Jersey. No, I play Cammy. Cammy. But yeah, anyway, what kind of, I mean, ask me questions about this. Ask me questions about what you want to see in later episodes. That's what I want to know. That's the real purpose of tonight. What do you think of the momentum would be a good topic? Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. Um, what is the best? What I normally do is I X-copy players until I get to a decent skill level. What happens is when you X copy players, some of the things that work for them won't work for you. Some of the things that work for them will work for you. So I take what works and I get rid of what doesn't work for me. Or I get rid of it because maybe I'm not using it properly, and I'll try again later when I'm better. So even though you're X copying them, eventually it grows into your own style because you'll use their tools your own way. So for me, I like X copying the best players and then going from there. It's a time saver. I will stream BBCP. Probably a lot of training mode. Definitely day one's gonna be training mode, training mode, training mode, training mode. Like slight cheat, you know. And I will play online. Um, just same as this. So instead on Tuesdays, instead of playing Persona or playing Persona for 1 or 2 hours, I will play for a shorter period of time, like 30 minutes or so, just like a couple FT5s, and then I'll play a lot of BB, and then this. Or I'll play Persona a little bit, do this, and then close the night with BB. Something like that. I want to see you cover more on neutral. Okay. Neutral is it's like huge topic. Huge topic, and it's very abstract, remember. So, yeah, that, but, so, it would be, you'd have to focus on something. You have to focus on something. No, but that's the point. You don't X-copy random people. That doesn't make sense. Why would you X-copy some random guy? Like, when I start a game, I look for the very best players too. So, when I played, so, what's a good example of this? I guess way back in Melty, right? When I started playing Melty, I knew, well, everyone was better than me, technically, right? But I didn't copy anyone from over here. I watched Japanese videos. So, like, why would I watch anything else? Who am I X-copying for Cammy? Aliyun, Y Cammy, Aqua Cammy, Bon, cause like, I've played against him in a game in person. Chirithi, Xiaohai, uh, and K-Brad. But I don't like K-Brad's playstyle a lot, very much. Chirithi, people say he's nutty, but he doesn't really play like a nut. Like, K-Brad plays nutty, but he has really good setups. Chirithi, I don't know, he plays normal to me. Like, he doesn't look nutty. Like, he has good footsies. Yeah, I think so too. Okusan Nikuya streams, like, at least once a week. Like, he has a stream, and he streams stuff playing training mode and sometimes net play. Like, there's footage. You just have to find it. There's definitely footage. I'll make a PowerPoint. I'll make a PowerPoint about neutral. 100 slides. I'll teach you neutral for Mitsuru, but it costs $75. Please PayPal. I'm still playing P4A, but I pre-ordered BBCP. Any tips on Lychee? Practice combos. That's the same thing. Practice combos. Practice combos. Practice combos. Practice combos. Do a topic on defense. Yeah. I should. That's a good one too. Let me write that down. I got a pen here somewhere. Oxon streams often. Oxon streams on Nico video. On Nico Live. Let me write that down. Oh wow, was it an hour? Jeez. Really?